So in this chapter, we have been learning about specifically the priesthood and roles of the priesthood.
The high priesthood.
The high priesthood, yes. But there is a specific principle in verse 3, Alma 13:3, that we want to talk about today. That it's taught, it says that individuals received assignments and prepared to fulfill them from the foundation of the world. It talks about that with the priesthood, but this isn't exclusive to just the priesthood. So we want to talk about how this principle is kind of for everybody. There's a quote in here in Come Follow Me Manual by President Spencer W. Kimball. He said, "In the world before we came here, faithful women were given certain assignments, while faithful men were foreordained to certain priesthood tasks. While we do not now remember the particulars, this does not alter the glorious reality of what we once agreed to do." So I love that. It's not specifically just for the men, this principle. It's for the women as well.
Yeah. And sometimes we think that when there's a teaching, because we have priesthood conference, we have women's conference, we have all these different things where we have teachings given to a specific group of people, a specific demographic. And just because those are taught to the women or to the men or to the youth or to the singles or it does not mean that it is excluding other groups. A principle that is true in one category is also true with another. And I love our prophet. It's amazing to see what Russell M. Nelson has done to help us to focus on some of these things. He's a father of 9 women, nine daughters, and 1 son. And I do believe that God has prepared him to be our prophet in these days and at this time. And we know his life has been sustained, and it's an amazing thing to really see how it's all come together. But his teachings on the women and their role with the priesthood are awesome. And I just, in the same verse, the principle that rings true here are things that are not exclusive to men or even exclusive to just high priests. Listen to some of these teachings on this. According to their exceeding faith. Is it only men that can have faith? Laura talked about this principle in our video before. Faith is something that is a great equalizing action because we can all have faith no matter what our status is in life. Exceeding faith and good works. We all have the ability to perform these ordinances and make covenants, these works which are applicable to men and to women. And then in the first place, being left to choose good and evil, we know that we all have agency. That was given to us from before this life. We all have the ability to choose and have been blessed with the light of Christ, which we can discern the differences. But then here I love, therefore they having chosen good. We all have our agency and the ability to choose good. And so although specifically this principle is referencing these principles are being referenced to those that are called to the high priesthood, these principles apply to all of us, men, women, children.
I love this specific one because God knows all, right? There is no, he's seen it all. And so when it says the men were foreordained to the priesthood, we women were as well. He knows what we're going to do with our lives. He knows our potential. He knows the power that we have. And so think about that in your life with what you have been given and the callings that you have been given. How are you fulfilling this?